Unit 2, Test 2, we'll call this Review 2. Hopefully you have this with you. Hopefully it did not go very bad Thursday for you. But in case it did, I'll give you the answers. I'll explain how you do it. We will be taking our new test Tuesday. So make sure you're prepared over the weekend. Starting with number 1, we have the sum of two numbers is 75. I know that blank plus blank equals 75. That's the sum of. That tells me addition. The larger number, I'll make it that. That will be the smaller number. The larger number is 9 more than 5 times the first number, which is the smaller number. So I don't know anything about the smaller number. It gets called S. The second one, the larger, is 9 more than 5 times S. So 9 more than 5 times S. There's my equation. S plus 5S plus 9 equals 75. Now that we're solving that, if I combine like terms, 6S plus 9 equals 75. Minus 9 is, move that, there we go. 66 equals 6S. That gives me 11 once I divide. Smaller number is 11. Jennifer cut a board that 2 meters, which is 200 centimeters, into 2 pieces. Well, I know that this piece plus this piece equals 200. One piece is 24 centimeters shorter than the other. Now, it doesn't matter which one I make one piece and which one I make the other, but one piece is unknown. The other piece is 24 centimeters shorter. So, x minus 24. Those are my 2 pieces. One is x minus 24. Oh, come back. I don't want the circles. X minus 24. There we go. To solve that equation, combine like terms. 2x minus 24 equals 200. Add 24. We got 224. Divide by 2. And 112 is 1 piece. They want to know what the shorter piece is. Well, if the whole thing adds up to be 200, and 1 piece is 112, the other one would have to be 88. The shorter piece is 88. Number 3, perimeter. You have to know the formula for perimeter of a rectangle. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width equals 80. The length is 4 more than twice the width. So length, instead of using L, I need to use something with a W in it. They're telling me what the length is. The length is, let's do this. The length is 4 more than twice the width. So, instead of saying L, I'm going to say that right there. So, cross off my L, erase my L, and I have 2W plus 4. Now I can solve for W. Use numerical solve or combine like terms. I have 4W. I'm going to go ahead and combine that with the 2 other W's and give me 6W plus 8 equals 80. Minus 8 to both sides, and we have 6W equals 72, which means W equals 12. They are wanting the width, so 12. There's my equation there, by the way. Kind of got jumbled in there. Number 4, formula for perimeter. In case you didn't know it from the previous problem, P equals 2L plus 2W, solve for W. Get the W by itself. Well, Start by subtracting 2L. We have P minus 2L equals 2W. This 2L was added to my W, so I need to minus it to get rid of it. Next, I have a 2 that is multiplied to my W, unmultiply, or divide by 2. And there is my width, right there. P minus 2L over 2. And 5, solve the following equation for x. Look at your x. What is happening to it? Well, it's got a y being taken from it, and then being divided by 2. I'm going to undo divided by 2 by multiplying by 2. So, times 2 times 2. 2W equals x minus y. It's gone. Now I'm going to add y to get rid of that. X equals 2W plus y. That is solving for x. Number 6, solve for a. Look at your a. What's happening? Well, it's times b and plus r. Undo those in reverse order. Minus r gives you h minus r equals ab. And then divide by b. So a equals h minus r over b. 7. 3 times the difference of a number and 5 is 21. 3 times. Something's getting multiplied by 3. The difference of, that is subtraction. A number is x and 5, so x minus 5. Problem with this is that only the x is being multiplied by 3 here. I need everything being multiplied by 3. So we have to have parentheses. And that is going to be 21. No, not that one. That was the one. It wanted you to put that. It wanted you to forget the parentheses. Don't forget the parentheses. Number 8. The sum of 3 numbers is 161. Without reading any further, I know that I need blank plus blank plus blank equals 161. Second number is 6 times the first, while the third number is 3 less than the first. So they're telling me the second, they're telling me the third. I know nothing about the first. That will be my unknown. The second number is 6 times the first. Well, that's 6x. While the third number is 3 less than the first. So minus 3 from the first, which is x. They want to know which equation would not represent this situation. Well, this equation obviously represents it. That is b. So they want the one that doesn't. B can't be correct. It looks like what they did is combine like terms. And I know that if I'm solving this, my next step is to combine like terms. So I'm going to take the x, 6x, and the x. That's going to give me 8x minus 3 equals 161. See that? Option C, cross that off. Now I have a and d left over. A is 7x minus 3, which clearly that can't be because I have 8x minus 3. So I'm thinking A is my answer. D, if you look at the x's here, they just didn't combine all the x's yet. They took the single x and x to get 2x plus 6 minus 3. So that one is correct, which means it's not correct. A is the one that cannot represent this situation. Number 9. Solve the following equation for h. A lot of stuff going on here. I see a fraction, I see an exponent, a bunch of scary stuff, a pi. First thing I want to get rid of is this 1/3. I can get rid of 1/3 by multiplying by 3. Something you can think of, 1/3 of a number is the same as dividing by 3. Well, if I'm dividing by 3, how do you get rid of a divide by 3? Multiply by 3. So that will cancel out the dividing by 3 it'll also cancel out the 1/3. So multiply 3 on both sides. 3v equals pi r squared h. I'm solving for h, so what's happening to h? It's got a pi r squared multiplied to it. I'll divide by pi r squared to both sides. Pi r squared. They cancel out, and I'm left with h equals 3v over pi r squared. So A. Last one, number 10. Formula to find simple interest is I equals PRT. P times R times T. Solve the equation for R. Well, what's happening to R here? I equals P times R times T. R is being multiplied by P and T. How do you unmultiply by P and T? Well, you divide by P, T. So P's cancel out, T's cancel out. R equals I over PT, which is B. So let's break it down step by step. Word problems, you want to look at each word, each sentence, each phrase, and translate it. Don't do the math yet, just translate it into what it means. Literal equations, you look at the variable they want you to solve, like A, for example, here, and then figure out what is happening to A. That was over here, and then undo it in the proper order. If you are stuck on a literal equation like this, think about if it were numbers. If I was solving for A and I had numbers here, 7 equals 3A plus 5, or if I want to put it in the same order as them, A, B, so A times 3 plus 5. We should all know by now that the minus 5 happens first, then divide by 3. Same thing here. The minus R happens first, then divide by B. So you can do it with numbers, you can do it with letters. Good luck. Tutoring Tuesday morning if you need it, and I will see you then.